Hi guys, so today I'm going to compare on the water two kind of setup. I'm going to use the old setup that I was using 1 year ago. So I'm going to compare high aspect ratio front wing with a low aspect ratio front wing, and I'm going to compare the same for the stab. So a low aspect ratio stab with a high aspect ratio stab. I'm going to do a beach start, Superman beach start, and some freestyle tricks on the water to check how it goes with the old material, and if we really need a high aspect ratio pro material, or if using the low aspect ratio old wings it's working the same or not that bad that we can start with it. So for the first try or the first test, I'm going to use the old fuselage. So this is a big fuselage. It's going to generate a lot of drag, and this low aspect ratio fluid stab. I'm going to change only these two parts. I'm going to keep the front wing, Sirus 1, and so let's see how it goes. But I put here my Fluid XXL front wing, so low mid aspect ratio front wing. It's going to be difficult with a low aspect ratio front wing. I will give another try. So let's summarize the test between high aspect ratio and low aspect ratio stab and front wing. So the main advantage of the low aspect ratio, so this is cheaper and this is safer. So you do not have sharp edges compared to the Sirus 1, for instance, and this Stab Pro. This is very sharp, so a bit dangerous. And the high aspect ratio parts, they are much more expensive as well. So the difference between the stabs, the low aspect ratio stab and the high aspect ratio stab, there is a difference, but this is not that big. So a low aspect ratio stab with this big fuselage, which is heavy, it is going to generate a lot of drag. This is working not that bad. The difference between the high aspect ratio front wing and the low aspect ratio front wing, this is quite huge actually. So with the low aspect ratio front wing, I was not able to do this Superman beach start. There is not enough glide for me, and the tricks, gliding on the water, doing some tricks, this is much more challenging as well. This is working the same for the beach start. This is working. So at the beginning, using this kind of wing, this is actually I think a bit more easier, because this one doesn't allow you to make mistakes. If you put your feet in the wrong position, if you push in the wrong direction, you are going to fall off the board. So this one is easier at the beginning, this is cheaper, and this is safer because the edges, they are not that sharp. So it's working, but then when you want some performance, more glide, doing some tricks, staying a long time pumping, then this high aspect ratio front wing, this is much more efficient, much more fun. It's working much more better.